Hello guys, I welcome you to my channel Nota Bene Tech on Tube, and it's good news that we are launching our Nanodegrees tutorials and training videos, and that's why because if you have just watched our previous couple of videos, we are in a phase of providing a static and dynamic website models and samples. So just continuing that approach, we are providing tutorial and training free of cost on Nanodegrees program. And the first project that we're going to actually apply ourselves will be the front end web developer using basic HTML. And with the help of that, you'll able to create a web page or pages by using HTML syntaxes, and before you're able to submit the web pages to Google, and so that it can be with the help of a web server, so that it can be published and you can have the target audience. So moving with our first project, and it would be divided by probably a couple of videos, 2 or 3. So you just have to stay with us for this training and tutorial of front-end web developer using different languages. And the first one that we have selected is basic HTML. So let's move towards the training, and thank you very much. Take care. Okay, so we're going to view the code on this one. Let's see what's the page source for the website teachertrainingvideos.com, and it's tons of actually HTML codes available for this site, and you can see that how HTML being used for the scripting and how it has been applied. Starting from the HTML, and from the head you have the script as well, and later you have the script and the no script, the base, all the stuff is available on the source code. So we're going to develop a simple HTML coding. There are jQueries, there are also the script HTML, and also there is lots of codes available. Let's see. Yeah, just getting the idea that how many languages been covered in this code. So all the languages have been covered. We have to first use the HTML just to map how we're going to code and how we're going to develop a web page using the HTML. So let's see what we have ahead by applying ourselves. Okay, we want to actually create our first HTML page, and that would be by putting the coding, because normally using the notepad, I've actually opened it, and you can actually use the markup syntaxes HTML, and also it's the backslash HTML, and then you have to use because obviously there's a head as well, and it is also the head would also end, and there's a body, and the body will also going to end. Okay, so this is actually the HTML, the markup syntaxes. It is the starting line, also the end line. The body is there with the end body, and the head is there with the ending part as well. So I want to save it, and normally the document the pad would consider it as a text file, so I have to convert it into a text file. So I have to convert it into an HTML file. So that would be one, and index.html, and you just save it. And then you have to let's see, we have to apply as well. But okay, when I'm going to use the notepad for HTML, the HTML with the head and the body, and what I'm going to save it, and let's see when I'm going to apply it by indexing, and it will give me a blank page. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some, this is my first HTML document. So when I'm going to save it, and I'm going index it, and let's see what will be that. The result is this is my first HTML document. So keeping all the changes in the notepad and up to date, let's see if it's been provided. Like, this is my first HTML document, and now I want to add welcome home. Okay, and because I'm going to save it, and then I'm just going to check, not here obviously, I'm going to check it, and I'm going to refresh it. Welcome home. So it's been printing in the same line. It's not been recognizing as a different line. And so how we can actually make it a better one, by putting this is normally the simple web page is HTML web page is created by putting the tags like h1 to h6. You can actually h1 till h2. Okay, I want to put it like this. I create a space, lots of space between. What it will do, it should display me some space character as well when I'm going to check it on the page and refresh it. It's not the case. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to put it as the non-breaking space, and for that reason the entities normally has been used, or the concept of entities is used. So when I'm going, if that is the case, I want to consider the page recognize the characters, the empty characters as well, or with the null characters. So let's see, for that reason the entity used in HTML, and how we're going to represent is with the and NBSP, and it's the colon. Okay, so when I'm going to save it, and then I'll just run it on the page, how it will going to recognize. So it's showing that yes, the space has been recognized, but only when I've used the concept of entities. There are numerous entities available on the for HTML, and you can check by yourself for that are available on the internet. For example, if I'm going to use P, and I'll save it. And when I'm going to run it, it will show me the next paragraph. The line is now being put in the next paragraph. So if let's see, for that reason I want to show that this lesser than P or the greater than P has to be put in has to be shown. So for that reason the entities for less than is and LT, you show P as such, and then it's and GT and the colon, and when I'm going to save it, and when I'll want it on the page as well, so it's showing me this. So this the less than or greater characters with the letter P is now being displayed on the page only by the use of the concept of entities. If I wanna use it like this, that for example it would be REG. So I'll save it, and now I run it on the page, and it should showing me that a symbol of that is the registration trademark symbol. So this is how you can use the concept of entities in HTML, the HTML entities concept. There are numerous entities you can check by yourself as well, that are by the help of the internet, obviously. Okay, so let's see how we can use HTML further.